Hi guys, it's Brett here with Be At Home, offering my interior design tips and tricks that you can apply yourself. Subscribe, link, tag, tell a friend, and if you're in a rental, write in the comments below, this one is perfect for you. I often hear that if somebody has a rental, they're really afraid to make bold choices or big statements because they're gonna have to return it the way they found it, which is often the white walls and no holes. The market's been crazy. I hear it's a renter's market, so I figured, why don't we talk about rentals? Here are my tips for making a rental feel like you, where you don't have to be afraid of committing to a design. Tip number 1, don't get me started on Marie Kondo. That's all episode 1. You get my feelings from there. But what you do need, however, is really great storage pieces. Often rentals have little to no closet, pantry, or storage spaces. So you can really have fun with these pieces. They can make a statement, they can fade away in the walls, and that can mean bookshelves, Murphy beds plus storage, especially in those multi-purpose rooms, credenzas that act like bars and hold extra kitchenware. Really anything that keeps things and clutter off the floor and at bay. Tip number 2. It's pop quiz time. What's the biggest surface in your space you have to deal with? Anyone? Walls. You can totally personalize it with paint, obviously, but I'm obsessed with wallpaper, and they make the coolest peelable like stickers that you can stick on and then peel off when you're ready to go. I love using it as accent walls behind beds or maybe behind a sofa, and they even make really amazing tile, like they almost have a 3D aspect to it that you can stick over your backsplash in your kitchens or even in your bathrooms, really to make that change, because a lot of times rentals have the most fugs, wall backsplashes, so this is a really great alternative for that. Tip number 3, window coverings. It's always a big ticket item, especially because it's very site specific, but I always at least use a sheer drapery to provide a little bit of privacy, but it really acts as an architectural moment. You can find really economical panels and the hardware like the rods and the rings online. And you can even get tape and iron hem them yourself to get the desired length. I really like mine to rest just on the floor or just with a slight puddling. I mean, imagine if you had a business suit without the suit jacket. That's kind of how I feel when there's no drapery or any type of window treatment on the window. It just doesn't look put together and it feels unfinished. Window treatments really make the space feel cozy and finished. So I really, really recommend this one. The next largest area to cover is the floors. So tip number 4, I'm gonna press upon you to get an area rug. Rugs can really ground the space, make a statement, or enlarge a room, and it definitely grounds the room. I talk about rugs in my last episode about what kind to get, but they really are about physical comfort and act as sound absorption, so that's an extra bonus. They can add these crazy colorful moments or really help, when I say ground the space, if it's subdued, make it just feel calm and amazing. Now, if you have a rental that came with carpeted rugs, get a carpeted rug to put on top. I love a good layered moment, but as a rule of thumb, if it's a longer piled rug, skip the layering effect and put that money elsewhere. Tip number 5 is all about lighting. I don't care where in the country that you live, most rentals come with the most hideous lighting. It's either dumpy or cheap looking, but it's generally no one's style. So keep them, store them in a safe space, but change them out. If you haven't listened to my lighting episode, head to that. Lighting is so important into your design. It really adds a statement, like an earring, right? That adds just like that piece de resistance to your outfit. I feel like lighting is like that. Invest in someone to switch out the lights, invest to have dimmers because that sets that mood and that tone. Try and do light layering. You don't have to spend $1 million on lighting. IKEA makes the most amazing fixtures for under $100. And they make really great plug-in sconces, which I use all the time, so you don't have to hire a contractor to do anything to the walls. These add not only a really great layering light effect, but they look great too. Tip number 6 might be a little bit scary. Often if you ask your landlords about any cosmetic changes, sometimes they'll take on the costs. Like, do you have those really disgusting brown old kitchen cabinets? Well, why not repaint them? Sometimes landlords will not only take on the costs because they can get more money afterwards, but they might even split it with you too. Worst case is if they won't let you do it, just change out those hardwares for something fun and funky. My last tip, number 7, is all about art and accessories. Make sure you have a focal point that drives your style statement somewhere. Maybe it's a painting on a wall or a bunch of books or objects that you've collected over time on a coffee or entrance table. Flowers are always a must. And don't worry about the holes in the walls. Most landlords don't really care, and if they do, it's easy to get some putty repair at Home Depot, and it's super easy because I've done it. And there you have it, a few tips and tricks to help you make sure that your rental is all about you. I hope this was helpful, but if you have any other questions, you know how to find me.